Joining me now, retired U.S. Army National Guard Major General John F. King. General King, good morning.
Good morning, Nick.
We've seen sanctions for years now, but now U.S. forces are physically intercepting oil ships. Does seizing Venezuelan oil tankers raise the risk of escalation in an already tense region?
I think this is a prudent actions by the president and the administration, because the effort is to squeeze Mr. Maduro out of power. The oil is the currency that he pays the Russian mercenaries to protect him, the Cuban intelligence officers who provide him the intelligence for the internal security that he has in Venezuela to keep the oppression that he's got going. And so the oil is the currency. These vessels are sanctioned. They're the Black Fleet, as the previous report. And this is the way that Russia and China basically get around international sanctions. And so it's a clear method of trying to squeeze Mr. Maduro to change course.
And it's clear that China and Russia are frustrated by the seizure of these tankers. But at what point does economic pressure start to look like military confrontation?
I think we're there now, Nick. This is exactly what it is. This is one step or several steps away of putting troops on the ground into Venezuela. This is the way to force Maduro not to be able to pay not only his goons, his military, his foreign intelligence officers, his foreign security elements to protect him, and allow the Venezuelan people to take control of their nation again.
General King, you said boots on the ground. Do you think it could reach that point? I mean, Venezuela's government is calling this piracy and a provocation. I do want to listen to what President Trump said he might do with the seized oil.
Oil. What are we going to do with the oil that we have?
Going to do with what?
The oil that has been seized.
We're going to keep it. We're keeping it.
Where's it? Are we going to sell it or put it in the strategic oil
Maybe we'll
reserve?
sell it. Maybe we'll keep it. Maybe we'll use it in the strategic reserves. We're keeping it. We're keeping the ships also.
General King, we're keeping the ships. We may or may not keep the oil. We may put it in strategic reserves. And then you mentioned how this could lead to boots on the ground. Do you think this is the outcome?
I don't think so. I think squeezing, Maduro is in very tenuous position in Venezuela. I think it's unlikely at this point that we will need troops on the ground. I think the Venezuelan people are sick and tired of Mr. Maduro. And the only way he can maintain his grip on power is by having this oil revenue. He's bribing his way into making sure that he can stay relevant.
General King, last question for you. I have less than a minute. I do want to talk to you about this Golden Fleet. That announcement made by President Trump is meant to send a message to Maduro, yes?
I think it's meant to not only send the message to Maduro, but to send a message to the rest of the world. Clearly, we've fallen behind in capabilities. Recruiting, as you mentioned, is up. We are meeting all the recruiting goals across all the branches of the military. Now we have to be able to protect our fleet, and I think these battleships are part of the strategy.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.